Welcome, Schalk Burger.
Thank you, Tini.
Hello,
Thanks,
Scala.
Neil. Lovely seeing you guys again.
No stranger in South African rugby and a very well-known player, but also very popular under most South African supporters. One of the unique things is that Schalk Burger played in 4 World Cups.
Yeah, 4 World Cups is unique. You know, it's the pinnacle of our game. You know, everyone wants to get to a World Cup. One of my best mates, Jean de Villiers, never had good luck at World Cups. You know, he made 3 of them, but got injured every World Cup year, even in 2003. Victor is the other one who made 4 World Cups with me. You know, I covered all bases in the World Cup. In 2003, we didn't really have a chance. You know, we weren't good enough. We did well to get to the quarterfinal. We played against the All Black side under John Mitchell. You know, we didn't have enough firepower, or were prepared well enough, or understood what we wanted to get out the game, the way we wanted to play as South Africa. And our culture was a bit messed up. So all of those things add up to a team that's not really competitive at a World Cup. You know, fast forward 4 years later in 2007, where we were champions, so much different. You know, we obviously had a lot of learnings from what we did wrong in 2003. 11 is the heartbreaking loss for us. You know, we were such a good side. So we're still all good ages. We're reasonably young because we were young. We won in 2007. We played so well against Australia, actually. We probably just got the whole thing together a little bit late for a World Cup. And then getting a bronze medal in 2015 under Hanneke Meyer. So all the World Cups where we've been successful, preparation's been key. You know, and preparation beats pressure, because the World Cup is the pinnacle. It's the highest competition, toughest competition, most pressure, and individuals can't win a World Cup for you. It's preparation that beats that pressure. Every team is a little bit different. So I think 2004, the first time we sat down, we obviously had a lot of learnings out of 3, how not to do things. You know, what is right, what is wrong, what is, you know, we as South Africans, what do we hold dear? And certain things always come to the fore as values. You know, this ethics, it's family. And all of those things we had to incorporate in our culture. Yes, rugby stays the main focus, but it can't only be rugby. You know, what do we want after a game? We want a family room, we want a braai. But everyone, friends and family, can sit with us after a test match. Before that, in 2003, family wasn't allowed to be in the same hotel. You weren't allowed to have a cell phone on you. You couldn't stay in touch with your folks. They had to stay in a different suburb. You know, they couldn't be around us. And us as South Africans, you know, we are social beings and we like to entertain at home. So when we're out of that zone, I don't think we get the best of us. I spoke to Siya Kolisi at the World Cup around the final week. And one of the main things he said that relieved the pressure was the fact that all the families came for the final.
Yeah.
So they had, you know, they could get away from the pressure and thinking about final. All of a sudden he had 2 kids there, his wife was there, you know, his dad was there. And that was the case for most of the South Africans. And I think that's when we thrive as South Africans. At the end of the day, the players in the team room, you know, they're getting told, this is what I want you to do. For me as a player to go execute that plan, I've got to understand what exactly that is, what that does entail, or if I can do it. Because sometimes there's an idea that they want you to produce on the field, but you can't. You've never done it in your life. That's not your skill set. And then I'll stand up and say, look, I can't do that, but I can do it like this. Or if someone wants something, you've got to understand. And once you take ownership of that decision, then it's the most easiest thing to actually go out and deliver on it. But like the worst position for a player to go out is when you nod and the coach thinks, you know what, he's got this. But actually as a player, you don't have complete clarity. And clarity in sport, especially rugby, is so vital because there's no chance to be reactive. You can't wait and think. There's just not enough time. You know, you've got to be instinctive. And that, if you're instinctive, you get the player who just looks like he's got time on the ball, he's making the right decision. But that goes back to clarity of plan and understanding your role within the team. That's a crazy thing. Often you read an article of a reporter and like everything goes about winning and the results. And if you worry about the result up front, if you're nervous about the result, or you're panicking, or you're anxiety about the result, or you look a week ahead, you're not getting the result. You know, that's just how our game works. You know, it's a process-driven game. It's about winning the tiniest battles to get the result. Our game, you can't plan it. You know, there's so many variables. You know, some games you can just write down to bad luck.
Sure.
You lost it on a bounce of a ball.
It's a sport.
Or kick that hit a crossbar, or whatever it might be. It's a sport. And we've got to live with that. You know, it's frustrating, but that comes. But as soon as you do the little things well, over a question of 12 months, you're going to have some silverware or one of the most successful seasons ever.